Mr. Speaker, what the Prime Minister doesn't understand when we get up and we talk about these stories that we're hearing, we're not talking about him. What we're talking about is what constituents are saying about him. And they are saying it. Last night, after they voted to close consultations on these tax changes, I went to Cornwall, Ontario. There's 130 people in that room that said, well, we're not done with giving information to the Prime Minister and to this cabinet. One woman stood up, Mr. Speaker, and she said, look, I've been in this community for a long time, and right now I've promised my daughter we're not going to move, and now we're going to have to move. And her complaint is this: her family fortunes are changed, but his aren't.
Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we've been listening to Canadians across this country over the past months, and we've been listening to them for years, who recognize that the system we have encourages wealthy Canadians to use private corporations to get out of paying the same tax rates that middle-class Canadians have. That's not fair, and that's exactly what we've committed to change. But we've heard the concerns of Canadians, and that's why we have committed that as we move forward with making the tax system fair, we will do nothing to harm small businesses or the middle class.
Honourable member for Milton.
Speaker, he may have heard, but is he listening to the anguish in their voices, and is he seeing the tears on their faces? Because that's exactly what I'm seeing when I look to consultations across this country. People are terrified. A woman last night was at a loss for words in Cornwall. She couldn't speak because she was so worried that she was not going to be able to make ends meet. And you know what her solution was, Mr. Speaker? Maybe I should just wrap it all up and move to the city and work for someone else. Mr. Speaker, this government is killing innovation for women, and I want to know from the Prime Minister what hurts him in this legislation.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we take very seriously the concerns of Canadians, and that's why we are moving forward with legislation that will show that the small businesses, the folks who are working hard in the middle class, will not be affected by these changes. That is what we are moving forward with. I know the members opposite want to stretch out the period of uncertainty, but what we're actually doing, having listened to Canadians, is we are now going to move forward and demonstrate that what we are doing to make the tax system fairer will not hurt small businesses in the middle class.